This is Marcus one more time in one more video. Perhaps you know me, perhaps you don't know me. If you don't know me, my name is Marcus. I'm Brazilian, I'm 37 years old, and I'm just a guy trying to figure out a way to improve the English as a second language. My script to begin my videos. And in this video, I'd like to talk about something really special, at least to me. Perhaps this thing isn't special for you, but I would like to talk about that, and I'm going to talk about that. If you appreciate my videos, I really hope that you like this one as well. I want to talk about when and why I discovered that I would learn English by myself. It's really special, to be honest. I discovered many time ago that I could do things by myself, and I'm going back to my personal history. When I was about 22 years old, I think so, perhaps a little bit, perhaps a little more, but it's never mind. When I was about that age, I was unemployed and I went to do some course, graphic design, specifically talking about that. Graphic design, I went to some place here in Brazil, and in this place I needed to show my identity and my card. Here in Brazil we have a document, it's named Carteira de Trabalho. In English, I don't know the real name for that, and I don't know in US or in England, for example, what kind of document the guys over there need to work, but it's never mind. Here in Brazil, when we are unemployed, we have some sort of benefits. And I went to some place, a kind of syndicates, and there I could show my document. I proved that I hadn't a job at that time because I was fired in my last job, and I would like to do some course to try improve my curriculum, to make better my skills, my capabilities, my abilities, and so forth, to try get a new job, a better new job. And I want to have this course, and there I did a course, the whole course, all classes. I participate a lot, and then this course had a proposal. When the course was finished, the best students were conducted to some place, and a lot of companies could hire these students. And for my surprise, my teacher at that time didn't put me in that queue with the other students, and she told me that she would like to have me there with her to teach other students because I was so dedicated, and she really appreciated my effort, a lot of endeavor I put to understand the whole content. So after this time, I needed to study pretty hard by myself to understand things that I didn't understand at that time, and to improve my skills, to show her that she had done something special to me, the minimal thing that I needed to do at that time was show her that I was really really interested in that situation, to get that kind of job, teaching other students without job, unemployed like I was a couple of weeks ago at that time, and so forth. It was marvelous. And I made a sort of self-taught plan to force myself to understand every single thing, and I used to write down a lot of content, a lot of information that my teacher gave me at that time, and I started doing that. So I studied pretty hard by myself. Then I went to work in other company, other place, school of computer. something like that, basic computation. And there I did a sort of self-study by myself just to improve my capability. And I perceived that I could do a lot of good things, and studying pretty hard like that, I was a little bit better than the other teachers in that new company. And then I went to other company and I keep this way, always studying by myself, you know. Then I discovered that on the internet there are a lot of good content. For example, I'm a designer, and in the past I didn't know about Flash, for example, or Photoshop or Illustrator. So I made downloads from good and free content, because at that time YouTube wasn't on air. I hear something here. I looked at the sailing. Okay, and YouTube wasn't released, so at that time there was just PDF, just books, digital books, you know, to do download. And I did that. I studied it pretty hard, you know. And then when I went to the university after 5 years, more or less, perhaps a little more, perhaps a little less, I went to the university and I went to have a course of digital design. And I would like to talk about that. It will be the last thing in this video. And I was studying there pretty hard. I knew a lot of things, a bunch of them, plenty of them, you know. I was really skilled at that time, I suppose so. As a student, not like a professional, like a student, you know, as like my friends, for example. I had a lot of friends that actually were really skilled as well at that time, and everything was fine. And in the next grades, I realized that we were going to have CGI, graphic computation, something like that, 3D and animation and stuff like that. And I perceived that this kind of technology would be really good to their career, but I perceived as well that I didn't know anything about that. I knew how to animate a little bit, I knew how to treat some image manipulation and so forth, but I didn't know anything about 3D computation. It's almost the real world, you know? And I did a self-study just by myself, and I learned a lot of good things. So when the next grade arrived at that time, I perceived that I knew perhaps the same thing that the teacher, perhaps a little more, I suppose so, you know. I don't want to be mean or unfair or unpolite with him, but I really did hard, as he did as well, I believe so. And I achieved some places really special. And after almost 10 years, when I started learning English, I just kept the same way to study things by myself. Even though I went to Dublin to have my exchange program, I came back Brazil 1.5 years ago, and I am keeping doing the same thing because I believe, because it worked in the past, it works nowadays, and I believe that it's going to work in the future. Self-taught. This is the importance here. Self-taught forever, from here to the future. Okay? 8 minutes. Oh my god, I am so talkative. I hope see you in the future, guys. Have a nice night. See you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.